feel like you could stand a spoon up in that. Hi friends, nearing the end of September here, and of course I am 100% absolutely not procrastinating making Halloween content, but I do have some new things to try on the channel that I think we should get into before diving into spooky season. So I asked my patrons out of a possible 2 palettes which one they would like to see first on the channel, and the winner by at least a couple of votes was the Lethal Cosmetics and Teresa is Dead Lethal is Dead collaboration palette. This has been sitting here for a while and I have been dying to dip into it. I love Lethal as a brand, and Teresa is Dead might be one of my most favorite makeup YouTubers maybe ever. And so buying this collaboration was a no-brainer. And I think this palette is the perfect way to send off Spooktember and herald in Halloween month. And I thought to myself, what better way to try out this palette for the very first time on camera than with a palette bingo? Why don't I just relinquish all of my control? Because that sounds like a good idea. But I know lots of people have been requesting another palette bingo, so here you go, you're welcome. If that sounds like fun to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. I love seeing smaller creators get these opportunities as well as the larger creators. Definitely gives me hope for the future. Teresa's great. If you've never checked out Teresa, honestly, just click off this video right now. Go check her out. She's just the most crass and hilarious and blunt, straight to the point, no bullshit makeup YouTuber. And I watch every single one of her videos. She's just so freaking entertaining. Cannot get enough of her. As far as I know, this palette was an homage to horror movies, which is something that she is a huge fan of. Me, not so much. I honestly cannot watch a scary movie without having nightmares for like 3 days straight, which I'm sure some people might be surprised about actually. But it is such a fun theme to play upon, and I think Teresa did a really fantastic job of creating something really unique as far as color story goes. But it looks like there's some really fun shimmers in the palette, as well as some lovely, delicious mattes. I honestly cannot decide which ones I want to play with more, so I'm just gonna leave it up to chance, which might be a horrible mistake. I think we should definitely swatch all of the shimmers at least. This is straight to VHS, Spellbound, ooh, and Ancient Evil. And hopefully we get at least one of these today. Ooh, very gorgeous. I really like that there's warm tones and cool tones in this palette. It really does kind of give me sort of extraterrestrial alien vibes as opposed to horror movie vibes, but I'm very curious to see what the random number generator comes up with. So why don't we do that right now? I'm thinking we should pick at least 6 shades. I feel like that's a good 2/3 of this palette. I think that will give us a lot to play with. Alrighty, Roo, 6 numbers, here we go. 4, 6, 2, 3, 7, 8. In order, that's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we have The Final Girl, Spellbound, Watery Grave, Ancient Evil, Predator, and Creature Feature. All right, here is our color story. And I'm not gonna lie, the random number generator basically skipped over all of the ones I wanted to use. I really wanted to get into that yellow metallic and that lime green and that deep maroon burgundy. Like, I feel like this row would have made a really good color story, but then again, I am the queen of putting reds and greens together. So this color story is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but that's what happens when you leave things up to chance. All right, let's zoom you folks in and just start putting on some eyeshadow. Truly, the random number generator was out to get me, but you dug your own grave on that one. Okay. Also, the palette did arrive looking already pretty messy, but I'm just glad that none of them showed up broken, which is more than I could say for a lot of other things that have come my way. Let's just start by slapping on some primer. So we have an interesting combination of mattes. We have The Final Girl, which is a light dusty pink. All of the blues, Watery Grave, Predator, and Creature Feature. This being the darkest matte we pulled, I'm going to probably put that in the crease. The Final Girl, I have a feeling I'm going to use in the inner portion. I do see these two blending out really beautifully together, so I think we'll start with Watery Grave on the outer third, and then Creature Feature, I'll just have to figure out where to put it later. And that is something for future Maddie to have to deal with. Let's start this train off with Watery Grave. Oh, she is, wow, okay, very dusty. This might get a little messy. Let's see how it goes. Way dustier than any other lethal shadow I think I've ever encountered. But look at that payoff. Even with something that's a little more muted, this is giving lots right away. Didn't have to do much there either. And that is a very unique shade of blue. Ooh, guys, I didn't do a mirror peel. I'm so sorry. What was I thinking? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's tap into the final girl next and throw that into the inner third. Oh, she dusty too. Okay, so it is a theme with this palette. So just to be careful, I'm gonna tap that in. Is this the exact color of my hair right now? Again, quite a unique shade. It's kind of straddling both pink and red. I'm finding the undertones of all of these shades so far really interesting. Oh, this is very cotton candy right now. All right, let's dip into Predator to deepen everything up. And Kick Up is about the same across the board here. That is a pretty blue. I'm really loving the way these two are blending together. It's really stunning. Loving the blend. Let's just throw on a little bit more Watery Grave and a little bit more The Final Girl. I do think I want to cut a crease. I feel like it would showcase those shimmers really nicely. So let's go ahead and do that. Just realizing I wore the wrong earrings to the shoot today. And just because I think they're going to look beautiful next to each other, I'm going to start on the outer third with Spellbound. Oh, bitch. Okay, fine. Can confirm they do look great together. Like a whole blue smoky eye would just be like so good. Let's finish off the lid with Ancient Evil. Gorgeous. I love how those two blend together. Oh my god. Are these the best lethal eyeshadows I've ever used? That's nuts. Okay, let's tap back into a little bit of Predator. This is just turning out really pretty, like less spooky and more pretty. I'm not mad at it. It's just wasn't the plan. Now I need to figure out where Creature Feature goes because that's gonna be interesting. What I think I'm gonna do is put Creature Feature just in this space between the metallic and the matte, just to give it a little bit of an ombre, and then I think I might carry it down onto the lower lash line as well. Because we gotta feature it, you know? We pulled it, we can't just hide it in the mix. Fingers crossed, this isn't a mistake. I think it'll work. All I need to do is I think work it into the lash line a bit better. I do want to start the lower lash line with Predator though, just so that we can connect the outer edge. And then I'll blend that out on the bottom with some Watery Grave. Okay, now into Creature Feature for the remainder of the lower lash line. I'm gonna go back into Spellbound for the lower lash line just so that we don't lose it in the mix. I almost feel like I want to use this color for blush just to bring it out more and just showcase it a bit better. It's a pretty look. Would I have put it together myself? I don't think so, but everything's blending really, really beautifully, so I'm not mad at it. Like blues and teals aren't my absolute favorite colors to work with, but it's pretty. It's definitely not the palette's fault. I just think I'm bored with myself. I think I will leave it there for now, throw on some lashes, and then when we come back, we will zoom out and finish the rest of the look. Come on, lashes. get it together. Agree with me. Other side is done. Lashes are on. These are Next Level by Boldface. And they're giving me a bit of grief right now, so hopefully that will be over soon. Just threw in a little aqua green into the waterline, hopefully to pick up that tealy blue a little bit more, because it is kind of fading out just a little bit the longer I wear it. Or at the very least, it's just not packing as much of a punch as I expected it to. Let's just try and beef it up a tiny bit. It's a little better. These mattes are powdery as fuck. But the trade-off is that they blend so beautifully. Like really, really, truly. This action here is so good. Let's move on though to blush. And I think I actually have decided to use the pink in this palette. I think the final girl will be a really lovely, dreamy pink blush. It would be a bit of a criminal crime not to use it. I'm just gonna start blending it up into the temples a little bit and see what happens. It's cute. I like it as a blush. I think if you use blush like a normal person, you could make this a really believable, natural flush. For highlight, I think Star Surfer would be really pretty with this. It's just a pink highlight. It's pretty. It's just, I don't know, it's a little boring. I thought I could get away without using ambient blush. What was I thinking? I'm just gonna slap on a little bit of Luminoso. And then I think I'm actually going to dip into Skywalker, which is a straight up blue highlight. But it's gotta be one of my favorite because it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous looking on the face. And I think I just wanna tap this over top on the high points. Yeah, that's better. I just love the reflect of this one. Pop that into the inner corner as well. And the brow bone, because why not? It's just so special. I feel like the Kaleidos highlighters are all of my children, and I have to say, no, I love you all equally, but you're actually my favorite, don't tell anyone. All that's left to do is a lip, and I think I want to tie in that pink a little bit. Oh, this is something I don't use very often. It's the BH Cosmetics Cashmere Cream. Actually a bit lighter than, oh yeah, that's a bit too light. That just turned 80s in a really bad way. Okay, plan B. I don't know what plan B is. Okay, I just don't think that kind of color is for me. So I'm just gonna line really quick with the Rip Lip Liner in Myth from House Labs. I was hoping that that would give me enough time to come up with a plan, but it didn't. I mean, do we just gloss it up, call it a day? At this point, that's kind of what I want to do. So let's use this So Extra plumping gloss from BH Cosmetics. This is in the color Extra Foam, and it's this really fun orange with pink reflex in it. I really like it, actually. Oh yeah, and it's got a bit of blue reflect running through it too, so that kind of works. All right, I guess we can call this one done. Forget your bottom mascara. Do, 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 do. All right, folks, and that is palette bingo with the Lethal is Dead palette all complete. This video, I think, is gonna be a pretty chill one, hopefully not in a bad way. Is one relatively basic look per video just not enough anymore? I don't know. I feel like there should be more. Even though it's just one eyeshadow look, I hope this is fun to watch. I mean, these shadows were really fun to play with. I am feeling a bit of FOMO over Straight to VHS, Body Snatched, and Vengeful Spirit. Those are the tones that I would probably naturally gravitate toward if given the choice. But because I eliminated the option of choice, I think this turned out not so bad. But I do like working creatively through constriction. In a lot of ways, it takes the pressure off myself, and it still lets me be creative, but without the pressure of choice. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it kind of puts me at ease a little bit. Plus, sometimes it can be a challenge, and sometimes low stakes challenge is a good brain exercise. But I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you would have done if you were forced to use these shades. To wrap up my final thoughts on the palette, I do think this color story is really unique, and I love that the balance is a bit more matte heavy. Everything in here is just a little muted, and I kind of love that. It's just a really cool, fun little palette, and the quality of the shadows themselves, albeit very very dusty, are some of the better Lethal Cosmetics shadows that I've used because of how beautifully they blend and how much payoff there is right away. And Lethal Cosmetics generally leans more towards a buildable formula. This definitely turned that on its head a little bit, and I'm here for it. So Lethal, whatever magic or witchcraft Teresa used to concoct these shades, I would love to see more of that. I don't know if any of you picked this up when they launched it or when they did the restock of it, but I would love to know your thoughts. If you own it, how do you feel about this palette? Do you reach for it all the time, or is it collecting dust somewhere in the corner of a drawer? And that's where I'm gonna end things today. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, but before I do, please let me rattle off the spiel to you. Here are the many ways that you can help out my channel. You can give this video a huge thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. Any and all engagement with this video is crucial to its success in the algorithm. So if you have a few spare seconds, please engage with this video. You can follow me on other social media. I will leave those right there. If you wish to support me financially, I do have a Patreon. The link is down below in the description box, along with a bunch of petitions to sign and places to donate. Ooh, also leave me your recommendations for spooky season tutorials. Would love to hear any and all suggestions. And with that, folks, please stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can, get vaccinated if you can. Just keep doing your best, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Oh, I think I have to bin this because that hurt my eye a lot. I do feel like I'm going slightly blind.